After decades of building camper vans, we kept on running into the same problem. Storage units that were difficult to assemble, that were awkward to install, and that were just too heavy. So we decided to stop and started designing something new. In this video, you'll see how we took it from the initial sketch onto the prototype and finally onto full aluminium construction. More importantly, you'll see what we changed, what went wrong, and whether we actually managed to make a lighter, easier to fit product that can make your future camper builds better.
I'm Daryl. I'm the design and development engineer here at Wildworx. Each customer's van is very unique to that customer. So the design process with the customer at the very beginning is very specific. But not everyone's got the budget to build these vans. So we offer customers a shop where they can buy component parts to do their own projects. I tried my best to make products as modular as possible so they can be customised to specific van requirements. This is part of the reason that I gained this role in the company. They sent me a project to do, which was the gantries. Taking it from lightweight plywood to aluminium substructure. So I'll overlay the final designs onto a piece of card, take it into the van, stick it up into the side profile of the van, make sure it's not fouling anything, make sure wires can pass the back and the back side of it down here, make sure this profile fits the roof, and try and make it unique to both sprinters, crafters, man. It's kind of a one cabinet fits all, which was the headache for me. I can produce the CAD drawings to send off to fabricators with a list of assembly parts, make the first off prototype, make sure it fits in the van, make sure everyone's happy with it. It's not just me designing it. I can sit at my computer all day in isolation. It's not till we have a physical product that goes in the van. All the guys who are assembling the van day in, day out are happy with it. So this is the new development of the gantry profile. This is the first off prototype, which we've put into the van just to check for fit and see how it goes. It's an expensive prototype, but it's a stage that we need to do nonetheless, because we don't know the fit until we actually do that. 3 gantry units going into this van, which will be the first van that this gantry system is going to be installed in. So, bit of a milestone. This saves a lot of time. Obviously, we get these units and then we put the door onto the unit and side panels, and that's it, it's done. And also there's a weight saving exercise. It'd be interesting to see what the weight difference is between the new units against one of the conventional ones. Tomorrow we hopefully, if the timing's right, we'll see these gantries being punched and then folded and fabricated. So we'll get to see the whole process of the manufacture of this gantry, the one that's there, and a short one which goes down behind the driver's seat. And I've seen this time and time again, people come up with concepts and fanciful ideas, haven't got a clue how they're made. Concept to development isn't an easy process, and I try to make that as flawless as possible. And this is always a nervous part of the process for me, because it's, like I said, it's something that's been in here, now it's here, and you never know until they actually go together onto a van or into a van, or whether it's a roof rack or this gantry, until it actually goes into production and is manufactured, and then you can breathe. I don't know why I do this. I always want to know how things work, and I've always had a curious mind. I think I was 6 or 7 when I took my mum's vacuum cleaner apart, because I wanted the motor to build a car. I like to take things apart, I like to see how things go back together. Designing things that I would know that I can make myself. And if I know I can do that, I know companies, fantastic companies like this, can put this together much easier. So all this gets punched out on the turret press, the noisy machine at the end, which punches all of these blanks out from a sheet of, in this case, 3mm aluminium.
We put all the codes and that in that we need to, and then this controls the machine and basically just punts out all the shapes.
I always like watching this process. It's something that I've seen on my screen for a long time, and now I see it coming to fruition. This profile is a very unique feature of this product, and it's nice to see it actually get punched out of a sheet. Get shaken off the sheet to the next press, which is folded on the CNC V block, which is down to this guy in this department, which is where everything's welded together and kind of gets towards the finished project. Yeah, this is not complete. I have some minor niggles, but we'll get rid of them and we'll sort it out. But the idea is, it's saving weight. It's not finished, but there, it's a weight saving on the van, which is fuel saving on the van. It sometimes can be a lengthy process to get things right from, I hate the terminology, cradle to grave. Yeah, there are points where it can be pulled together a little bit tighter, but it works. It works fine. We can get around these points. Once this is correct and I'm 100% happy, all of these bends and processes that you've seen today are programmed into their machines. It becomes a repetitive process. The stage after this then is powder coating, and then into the van, fingers crossed.
So while our gantries are away getting powder coated, we're going to be away for a couple of days. So we're just going to head over to our upholstery department and speak to James, because James has been working on a different prototype for a different product that we're working on based on some feedback we've had from customers. Have you got that prototype that you're working on?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So there's a few different options that you can fit onto the inside of your barn doors. It's a relatively unutilised space. Some customers just want us to put some checker plate on there so that it helps protect against damage from if they've got a lot of stuff in the garage area. Some people want a molly panel so they can clip things on and clip things off and take them away, which is high utility. Other people just want storage, so they just want storage pockets. So we've tried to come up with an in-between. We've had requests from our customers that they'd like something that they can store little bits and pieces, but they'd also like to be able to take them with them quite easily, rather than having to refill them into other bags. So we've come up with this idea of having detachable bags.
So one of the things were, if we could take them off, you could fill them in the house, or you can take them into the van itself and then put them back on. You can take them away. I know some people said they might use one as a first aid kit, so if they're off hiking, they can just take it off and away they go. We'll make straps for the bags as well, so when you do take them off, if you want to take them with you, yeah, you can, where you go. We had a space here that wasn't quite big enough for another bag, so we put the logo there and we give it a bit of a function as well, in that we can hang things on the horns, keys, a small torch, well, anything that you can hang really.
This is just a prototype just now, so we're just looking at what it's going to look like in the space. We're going to be using different materials and possibly a different colour scheme, but let us know if you've got any ideas that could help us process this and make it into something that you guys would actually want, because we're quite happy with it just now. It's got a few bits of tweaking to do, I think, but yeah, if you get any good ideas for it and anything you'd like to see, let us know.
Okay, so the gantries have come back from the powder coaters. This is a specific grey that a customer has requested. As you can see, this was the first off prototype, which we fitted in the van. We know it fits. Now we're going to put the furniture elements onto this, including side panels, fascia door, hinges, etc. Get it into the van, make sure it fits okay.
They bolt together in the middle. Now that we have them bolted together, we can actually test fit it as one large unit, because we only had the prototype to test initially.
So we got some elements that we need to slot together. This is the top insert rail, which serves two purposes. One is threaded to attach the hinges to, but before that goes into there, this is the top decor panel, which bridges the gap between the gantry and the roof. In this particular instance, it's a nice shade of red.
So in the van, we fitted the light uni-strut. This is the slightly thinner gauge than obviously the heavy duty one. So we've put that into the van there, and then into the strut, you would normally fit a spring nut. It fits in like that.
I'm happy with it. Well, that remains to be seen when it's in the van.
It looks good. Yeah, fits well. Happy. Into the bottom of these gantries, we fit this extruded aluminium profile for LED strip. That fits into there. That gets bonded in. And on top, we put another light strip at the top here, which is hidden away. So when you switch the lights on, it just gives a bit of an effect off the ceiling.
We'll take this back down now, over to the wood shop for Dusty to fit the doors, end panels and top trim. So we got two 1200 gantries now fully assembled with doors, top trim, about to put the LED light strip in, end panels will be fitted when it sits in. So we're just about to get this fully assembled 2.4 metre gantry into the van. It's in. It's been a long time coming, it's in. Hopefully the first one of many.
This gantry has gone in really well. It's way more stable than we used to. It has proper solid fixings. It just needs its end trims now, LEDs at the bottom.
Ooh, actually it looks better lit.
This is going to have a light as well. There's a light under there. It's nice and square, it's nice and solid. The next one will be slightly different. Overall, it'll look the same, but just the way we put it together will be slightly different because we've learned a lot from how this has worked this time.
Yeah, on the whole, the shape of it won't change or alter dramatically. It's going to change how this can drop in afterwards, but that's pretty much the only change.
I like it, it's good.
Go away now, redraw this, model this up, send it over to fabricators for the next batch to be punched, fabricated, ready to order.
So hopefully this video has brought you a little bit of an insight and shown you what it takes to bring a product like this to the market. And if there is any products that you'd like to see us redesign for the self-build community, then let us know in the comments. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, then now's the time to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.